let's go over the importance of total investment. Why the total investment at the end of the first year alone is 27%. This is a very important benchmark for investors buying in this types of market, in the South and Southeast, new construction, high, fast growing market, what have you. So 27% in this case is critical. Let's go over how do we come up with 27% total return on investment. Here it is. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You buy this property, 25% down payment, whatever interest rate you pay, in total outright is 81 grand. That's not a small chunk of money. It's quite substantial money, right? 81 grand. A lot of people cannot afford to have $81,000 down payment to buy this kind of property. Some do, which is fine. The annual net cash flow, monthly top cash flow, 331, which is good. It's a good benchmark. It's kind of market, 331 or a couple $100 even. It's fine. So it's not all about cash flows, because this $331 monthly cash flow is not great at the bank. It's not going to give you a financial freedom, because we go out for a dinner at a good restaurant for two of you, you'll spend $300 on that night out for dinner, right?
Exactly.
So when you buy in this kind of market, you look at the total return. How do you derive it? 27% total ROI. Here it is. Annual net cash flow is almost $4,000. Then we factor in 5% projection appreciation. Then we factor in, but it's very hard to determine the tax benefit. I'm not going to even talk about that. Some people get a tax benefit, and others, it depends on what kind of strategy you're going to do on the taxes. We're not going to talk about that too much. Annual net cash flow is almost $4,000. Principal pay down. There is some benefit in the principal pay down. Each time your tenant pay down your debt, you'll receive some type of benefit. This software indicate first year, you get a $3,000 principal return on investment also. Appreciation. First year appreciation of 5%. I know this is just an assumption. We don't have a crystal ball, right? But we can only do some assumptions. It may or may not be right. So I use an assumption of 5% appreciation. 5% multiplied by the purchase price of $299K at the end of the first year is like almost $15,000 appreciation at the end of the first year, right?
That's excellent.
How do you come up with 27%, which is a great benchmark for buying this kind of property? Annual net cash flow, almost $4,000, plus principal reduction benefit of $3,000. Could be more, could be less, depending on your tax strategy, tax status, whatever, consulting tax advisor. And then end of the first year, appreciation, 5%. Or some of you argue, well, what if the property doesn't appreciate? Who cares? You buy for long term.
That's it.
In the first year, appreciation at 5% is already $15,000. Annual net cash flow plus principal deduction plus at the end of the first year, 5% appreciation, 15 grand, total 22,000. This software called it gross equity income.
Right, correct.
22,000 at the end of the first year. So 22,000 divided by the total initial cash investment, which is the down payment, your loan cost, and your closing cost, 81 grand, 22,000 at the end of the first year divided by 81,000 of initial risk investment equals
27%.
So my takeaway is this is only the first year. Probably second, third, fourth, and fifth year, as you and I talked about, your total financial benefit is 3x, 5x, 10x, and beyond, right?
Exactly.
So in this market, you get a 27 ROI at the end of the first year. Is this a good purchase in this market, given what was discussed so far?
I think so. I would totally think that is a good purchase. Again, just looking at the total picture, not any one factor, but the total picture. Definitely a good investment.
Right, good. So we discussed the fourth and final formula, which is total ROI, which is a very critical 27% on the hybrid market below the new construction, high appreciation market. Then let's getting back. Finally, the remaining 5 minutes we have, let's go over the total return for the Midwest market in this case. So we're not really focusing too much on total return. In this kind of cash flow market, in a Midwest market, you're focusing on rental value ratio. It is above 1%. That's great. If the cap rate is above 10%, that's outstanding. If the cash return is above 10%, which is amazing. Then as a bonus, you get a total return investment of, in this case, 40%, 46% in this Midwest TCRA market.
Right.
That is like How do you know? That's amazing, right?
It's interesting too, because if you look at the previous property, the other one didn't have a lot of cash flow, but the first year appreciation was high. This one is just the reverse. First year appreciation is not that high, but then your cash flow is high. And then with the price of the property being so low, that's why you get that much higher return on investment in that first year.
In fact, let's go over why you're getting 46% total ROI in this Midwest market. Okay,
Right.
calculation, right? The
Right.
cash flow is 859 multiplied by 12 months. So the annual net cash flow, 10,318. Then you add the principal reduction aspect of it because the tenant is paying down the debt. So there's some value add there. And then even at 3% or even less appreciation at the end of the first year, 3% multiplied by 104,000, which is like $3,000 of appreciation at the end of the first year. So you add total annual net cash flow, add the principal reduction in 23, add appreciation at the end of the first year at 3120, equal gross equity income of 14,262. Divide that by 31, only $31,000 down payment to buy this complex, amazing property in Midwest, equals 46% total ROI.
Absolutely. That's a good deal. That's amazing. That's an amazing deal. I wish I had that one.
Those opportunities are still available on a monthly basis, by the way. As we conclude, what is your big picture takeaway?
I think, look, from our own personal experience, I think it's important to have an awareness of the numbers and what it means to you, or in terms of calculating the property. As I said before, I don't think any one particular factor should stand out as a no, I'm absolutely not going to do that property, but looking at it as a whole. And then factoring in other things. What is your goal? What is your long-term investment strategy? And then the bigger picture, the benefits you're going to get by the property value increasing, the tax return, the fact that your mortgage is being paid off by the tenant, all that factors into making that final decision. So don't let any one thing stop you, would be my takeaway.
Very good, Julie. That's very well said. And I to your point, that's right. Of course, we're not going to talk about where to buy, how to buy, what kind of system. Those we have discussed that on other videos that we have. But we just, again, in my mind, as I watch the other real estate videos out there, in whatever source out there, you just do not get the explanation. In my mind, in my opinion, and we just explain. We not only we took a technical subject, the four numerical formulas, break it down to a very practical level using our respective new experience on the ground.
Right.
Like based and to explain this kind of formulas in layman's term. Anybody with a ninth grade education can understand.
Yes, absolutely.
So haven't found any other real estate organization out there other than my own, the year's number, where they can explain this, they can numerical formula in a way that anybody can understand.
I've looked at a lot of different organizations, websites, all that stuff. I think the benefit of working with you is you get that hands-on. You never made us feel like, oh, you should know that. You've never done that before. You always made it very simple for us to understand. You spoke in language that we could understand, and you were always available. I think is the bigger point. I would just encourage your listeners, at least reach out and get the information. It's free, right?
You listening out there, if you see any value on this video, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also comment below. Look at my description. If you want to learn more, please put your email into my website below so you can become a free real estate member of my real estate community, the Yee Real Estate Network. So you receive weekly free real estate education above and beyond what you just learned, so you can potentially become a great real estate investor, regardless where you live in the country or in the world. You can do things that we can teach you.
Yeah, absolutely. This has been great. I really hope that I would just encourage your listeners, go back, listen to it, stop, process it. Even if you may be looking at something right now, evaluate the numbers and then reach out if they have more questions.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time. Julie, you and I put in so much time on each of our videos. I do a lot of advanced preparation. So for my time and effort, please bring me value, help me grow my YouTube channel, help me grow my real estate investment business.
Absolutely.
What situation we help each other, we provide
That's it.
full information to the right.
Mhm.
Nothing overhyped, nothing misleading, inaccurate, whatever, like what other using gurus out there.
Exactly. Exactly. Mhm.
Okay, enough said. Thank you so much for your time.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie, for attending. This is Seewing Yee, and I will see you on the next video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Bye bye.